Bread, potatoes, rice, these sound like the sworn enemies of blood sugar, right? But what if I told you that you can still enjoy them without worrying about that number on your glucose monitor? The secret lies in resistant starch, a special kind of carb that could be a game changer for your blood sugar health. In today's video, we'll uncover how resistant starch, hidden within everyday white starches, can stage a revolution to keep your blood sugar steady. Whether you're pursuing a healthier lifestyle or just want to make smarter food choices, this is information you won't want to miss. Stick around to the end of the video to learn how to maximize the benefits of resistant starch and discover clever tips to turn your everyday meals into blood sugar-friendly allies. But first, we need to understand the basics of the close relationship between starch and blood sugar. Knowledge is the key to staying on the right path. Have you ever wondered what the starches you eat daily, like that crispy morning toast or the fragrant bowl of rice at dinner, are really doing to your body? It's fascinating to learn that starch can either be a slow-burning fuel for your body or a blood sugar storm that leaves you drained. To better understand, let's start with the basics. Starch, or carbohydrates, is our main source of energy. It's found in familiar foods like bread, potatoes, rice, and even whole grains. But not all starch is created equal. Starch is divided into two main types: fast-digesting starch and slow-digesting starch. Fast-digesting starch, present in white bread, white rice, and snacks, is quickly broken down by the body. This causes your blood sugar to spike, giving you an instant energy rush. But beware, because right after, you might feel tired, hungry, and unfocused. In contrast, slow-digesting starch is more reliable. Found in whole grains, oats, and sweet potatoes, it's broken down more slowly, helping keep blood sugar stable and energy levels steady for longer. Whenever you eat starch, your body breaks it down into glucose, or sugar. This glucose enters your bloodstream, raising blood sugar levels. If blood sugar rises too quickly, insulin, a hormone that stabilizes blood sugar, has to work overtime to bring things back into balance. The result? You might experience energy spikes followed by crashes that leave you feeling exhausted and craving more food. That's why understanding the type of starch you consume is so important, especially if you're looking to stay healthy and avoid conditions like diabetes. So how can you enjoy your favorite foods without stressing about blood sugar? The secret lies in a unique type of starch that can be magically transformed from regular starches in your kitchen, a smart and promising solution. Coming up next, we'll dive into how this special starch can completely change the game, turning foods that once seemed off-limits into powerful allies for your health. Now let me break it down for you. Sounds pretty novel, right? But if you want to take control of your blood sugar, you need to get comfortable with this new concept. Imagine a type of starch that doesn't spike your blood sugar but actually makes you healthier every day. Sounds like magic? Well, it's real, and it's called resistant starch. Don't worry, though, the concept isn't as complicated as it sounds. Let me explain. Resistant starch is a special kind of carbohydrate. Unlike regular starch, what your body breaks down into sugar in the small intestine, resistant starch doesn't get digested there. Instead, it calmly makes its way to the large intestine, where it acts like fiber and starts working its real magic. In the large intestine, resistant starch becomes food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria ferment it, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. Butyrate not only helps reduce inflammation but also boosts gut health, which is something we all need. So why should you care about resistant starch? First and foremost, it helps stabilize blood sugar levels, keeping you from experiencing those post-meal energy spikes and crashes. That's why resistant starch is hailed by nutrition experts as a superstar for managing blood glucose levels, especially for anyone concerned about diabetes. But that's not all. Resistant starch provides amazing support for your digestive system. It nourishes the good bacteria in your gut, improves your gut microbiome, and reduces the risk of gut-related illnesses or inflammation. And if you need more reasons, resistant starch also helps reduce inflammation and acts as a shield against risks like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even colorectal cancer. It's truly a powerful weapon for maintaining long-term health and balanced energy throughout the day. The best part? You don't have to look far to add resistant starch to your diet. Many familiar foods in your kitchen already contain this special type of starch. In the next section, we'll dive into a list of resistant starch-rich foods, so you can take control of your blood sugar and health without giving up your favorite meals. Have you ever thought that everyday foods like bread, potatoes, or even green bananas could become the superstars for managing your blood sugar? It's a big surprise, isn't it? But the truth is, many familiar foods contain this special type of resistant starch. Let's explore these celebrities and learn how you can easily add them to your meals. First up, potatoes. But hold on, not the steaming hot kind fresh out of the pot. The secret lies in cooled potatoes. When you chill cooked potatoes, their starch structure changes, increasing the amount of resistant starch. Similarly, chilled rice has the same effect. This means that your favorite sushi rolls or fried rice made with leftover rice might actually be healthier than you think. Next on the list is whole grain bread. This is a perfect choice for anyone looking to keep their blood sugar stable. Whole grain bread is rich in resistant starch and fiber, helping you stay full longer and energized throughout the day. Have you tried green bananas yet? Not the soft, ripe ones, but the firm, green ones. Green bananas are an excellent source of resistant starch and are super easy to incorporate into your diet. Slice them up, blend them into a smoothie, or toss them into a salad. And let's not forget about legumes like lentils, green peas, and black beans. They're fantastic plant-based protein sources with a significant amount of resistant starch, especially when cooked and cooled. Now you've got a list of resistant starch-rich foods, and the best part is they're all super easy to include in your daily meals. But the story doesn't stop here. Did you know that how you prepare these foods can impact their resistant starch levels? In the next section, we'll uncover cooking tips to maximize the benefits of resistant starch. Let's head to the kitchen together. Can you believe that with just one simple step after cooking, the starch you've been wary of can transform into a powerful source of resistant starch to help stabilize your blood sugar? It's a game-changing secret, and I'm about to share it with you. First, we have the cook and cool method. When you cook starchy foods like potatoes or rice, the starch becomes soft and easier to digest, but at the same time, it contains very little resistant starch. The secret lies in the next step, cooling them after cooking. During the cooling process, the structure of the starch changes, forming more resistant starch. This is why cold potato salad or leftover rice becomes an excellent choice. Next is the reheating method, something you might not know about. After cooling, you can reheat cold rice or potatoes without losing the resistant starch that's already been formed. What's special is that the cycle of cooking, cooling, and reheating retains the benefits of resistant starch while also boosting its ability to be absorbed by the good bacteria in your gut, making your digestive system healthier. To explain simply, when food is cooked, the starch chains become loose and easier to digest. But as the food cools, these chains recrystallize, creating a type of resistant starch that cannot be digested in the small intestine and instead moves on to the large intestine. There, it becomes a perfect nutrient source for good gut bacteria, improving gut health and reducing inflammation. To illustrate this, let me introduce Dr. Barbara O'Neill's coconut oil rice method. Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a globally renowned natural health expert with over 40 years of experience, is known for her natural health techniques that have transformed the lives of millions. Her recipe begins by adding coconut oil to water before cooking rice. For every cup of rice, she uses 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, which not only enhances the flavor but also directly influences the structure of the starch in rice. When rice is cooked with coconut oil, some of its easily digestible starch converts into resistant starch, the kind of starch that is indigestible to the small intestine and slows the absorption of glucose into the blood. Once the rice is cooked, instead of eating it immediately, Dr. O'Neill advises spreading it on a tray or plate to cool quickly. This step helps the rice remain fluffy while promoting the reorganization of starch molecules, a process called retrogradation. This is when the resistant starch we're aiming for starts to form. But it doesn't stop there. After the rice has completely cooled, Dr. O'Neill recommends storing it in the refrigerator overnight. This deep cooling process is the key to maximizing the resistant starch content in the rice. When it's time to enjoy the rice, simply reheat it. The resistant starch remains intact and may even be reinforced with the support of heat. This amazing method, recommended by a trusted expert, is perfect for those who are still skeptical. Give it a try, and discover how a simple cooking trick can revolutionize your health. But resistant starch doesn't stop at blood sugar, it supports many other aspects of health. In the next section, we'll dive into the incredible benefits resistant starch brings to the table. Let's start with your gut, the control center of health that you might sometimes overlook. When resistant starch reaches your colon, it becomes a feast for good bacteria, allowing them to thrive. This process produces butyrate, a natural anti-inflammatory compound that protects the intestinal lining and enhances digestion. This means you're less likely to deal with issues like bloating, indigestion, or chronic inflammatory bowel diseases. But that's not all. Resistant starch tackles one of the root causes of many chronic illnesses, inflammation. Chronic inflammation, though often silent, is at the heart of problems like diabetes, obesity, and even cancer. Resistant starch, through butyrate's anti-inflammatory properties, can help you ward off these risks while boosting your immune system to keep your body ready to fight. Now let's talk about something most of us care about, weight management. Since resistant starch isn't digested like regular starch, it has fewer calories and helps you feel full longer, curbing those uncontrollable cravings. Amazing, right? And finally, let's let your heart thank you. Resistant starch helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, improves blood circulation, and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. It's a natural shield for your heart that you can enjoy from everyday meals. By now, you can see just how magical resistant starch really is, can't you? But there are still many common misconceptions about starch that we need to clarify. In the next section, let's explore the facts and debunk the myths so you can use starch smarter. Some people say starch is the enemy of health. In reality, if you think that way, you're missing out on a vital nutrient your body needs. The first and most common misconception is, all starch causes weight gain. This is completely false. Not all starch is the same. While fast-digesting starches like white bread or white rice can quickly spike blood sugar, slow-digesting starches, and especially resistant starch, have the opposite effect. Resistant starch isn't immediately digested, has fewer calories, and keeps you full longer, supporting weight management rather than causing weight gain. Another common myth is, you have to avoid starch completely to control blood sugar. That's unnecessary. Resistant starch, when prepared and used correctly, doesn't raise blood sugar but actually helps stabilize it over time. Instead of cutting starch out entirely, you just need to make smarter food choices, like cooled potatoes, rice cooked with coconut oil and cooled, or whole grain bread, to maintain good health. Some also believe, resistant starch isn't really effective. But scientific research proves otherwise. Resistant starch supports gut microbiota, reduces inflammation, and lowers the risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes. Its benefits go far beyond blood sugar management, improving overall health from digestion to cardiovascular wellness. The answer is clear: incorporate resistant starch into your daily diet. To maximize blood sugar control, don't forget to pair starches with protein and fiber in every meal. Understanding starch correctly can help you harness this vital nutrient without worrying about your health. But have you ever wondered why managing blood sugar is so important? In the next section, we'll explore why this deeply impacts your overall well-being. Don't miss it. High blood sugar isn't just a concern for people with diabetes. It's a condition where blood sugar levels are higher than normal, occurring when your body doesn't produce enough insulin or can't use it effectively. At first, you might feel tired, have trouble focusing, or become irritable easily. But the bigger issue lies in its long-term effects. Let's start with the risk of type 2 diabetes. Prolonged high blood sugar gradually impairs your body's ability to regulate glucose, leading to type 2 diabetes, a serious condition that affects millions globally. High blood sugar also damages blood vessels, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. In fact, people with diabetes are twice as likely to develop heart problems compared to those without. But it doesn't stop there. High blood sugar can also cause nerve damage, a condition known as neuropathy. This leads to uncomfortable symptoms such as numbness or tingling in your hands and feet, chronic pain, or digestive issues. It also negatively impacts your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and slowing recovery from illnesses. And let's not forget, high blood sugar is an enemy of your skin. Excess glucose in the bloodstream damages collagen and elastin, two key components that keep your skin firm and youthful. As a result, aging accelerates, leaving you feeling older than your years. Sounds worrisome, doesn't it? But the good news is that you can absolutely manage your blood sugar with the right approach. In the next section, we'll explore practical tips and actionable plans to help you effectively control your blood sugar, even with a busy lifestyle. Don't miss it. Managing blood sugar doesn't have to be complicated or require drastic changes. It all starts with how you choose your food. Instead of quick-digesting carbs like white bread or processed foods, opt for natural resistant starch sources like boiled, cooled potatoes or chilled rice. Pair these with protein from eggs, lean meats, or legumes, along with fiber from leafy greens and fruits. This combination will help you maintain steady energy throughout the day. Light physical activity is also essential for managing blood sugar. A walk after meals or a few yoga poses in the evening can improve insulin sensitivity and help stabilize glucose levels. These simple activities benefit not just your physical health but also bring a sense of calm, which is crucial for reducing stress. Your immune system and mental well-being also play significant roles in blood sugar control. When your body is under stress, blood sugar levels can easily spike, leaving you feeling fatigued and unfocused. That's why it's important to take time for yourself. Practice deep breathing exercises or set aside a few minutes daily to do something you enjoy, whether it's savoring a quiet cup of tea or reading a book in the sunlight. Equally important is monitoring how your body responds. Regularly checking your blood sugar will help you understand the effects of your diet and daily habits, allowing you to make timely adjustments. Managing your blood sugar isn't just about today, it's an investment in your future health.